Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel, Amadioluwa. And I pray that I'm able to answer the question of the person who um, wanted me to talk about skincare routine and products that work, basic skincare routine. So I pray I say the right things and God, please bring to my memory the things that this person needs to know that I am using in Jesus' name. Amen. So I had to pray because, yeah, I'm a bit nervous when someone asks me the right question. Usually, when I just take it upon myself to do something, I'm not that nervous. But when I'm asked, I'm now like what I already know now begins to swim around in my head. So I need God to help me set my head straight so that I can recall the things I need to recall. Now, this wouldn't be a one video thing because um when it comes to skincare, it's been a very interesting journey for me. I've used a lot of things, expensive, cheap, store bought, and all of that stuff. And I think because um, I was raised with natural. Okay, I'm back. So I was raised with natural skincare products. My grandmother was the one who brought all these herbs, and there are some herbs that she soaks in oil and the likes, and I guess it hasn't changed. um, Using herbs soaked in oil, using fruits, using oil soaked in that fruits, vegetables have been soaked in and stuff like that. So the things you want to use have to be they're edible. They have to be edible. They have to be as close to natural as possible. They have to be edible. If they are not edible, they have to be natural. So the thing is that in your kitchen you can find anything you can use, and I'll give you an example. Now, if your skin feels dry, and you have tried so many things, it's like it gets dry and dry and dry. What you can do is, if you have access to palm oil, I don't know how other oils will work, but the person who recommended it on that I just saw it on Facebook. Someone was saying, how do you deal with scars on the face and dry skin and pimples? And the person just recommended mix palm oil with salt and use it as a facial scrub. And I tried it and it worked well. Now, palm oil, if you cook with palm oil, you have palm oil in your kitchen. Obviously, you have salt. So by the time you combine both and you use it to scrub your face, and I did, and the result was amazing. It was fantastic. Like, it closed the pores on my face. I used to have um even there are still signs of that, but the pores on my face used to be very, very wide, and now it's closed more because of some of the ingredients I use. And the thing is, you have to do research. You have to keep your eyes peeled. If in your you have to join groups where they talk about organic skincare products, and you will see where they talk about organic skincare, period. Like, when you're there, you see a lot of things, and you're like, wow, really? And you need to follow your intuition as well. There are some people that will joke around, but for the ones I have tried, they have worked well. Like the one I just mentioned with the palm oil and salt, I didn't have to confirm anything. I was just like, what's the worst that can happen? Palm oil, salt, these are things I eat. So if it's that bad, I mean, what's the worst that could happen? Like, my skin is already getting dry anyway. So you need some level of faith, as it were. You need your intuition, and then also you have to learn to understand your skin and how it works. You have to understand that your skin will shed, and when your skin will shed, what happens is that your skin will start to get dry. So it's not a sign of something is wrong with it. It's just a natural progression of the skin needing to shed. So what you just do is just go on with your normal skincare routine and just leave it be. Don't try to scratch it off. But if it's such a bother, you can always use oil. You can always use olive oil mixed with honey. See, food, edible stuff. Do you understand? um like olive oil mixed with honey, original honey, like natural organic honey, not adulterated honey, not honey, you understand, like honey. If you have to learn how to test the originality of honey, you have to learn it, right? So these are things you try. Also, like I mentioned, you have to make sure that what you use on your skin, that's like the best, that's the best way you can get the best results. I also use for sensitive skin, really, as I already mentioned, you have to go and watch the video on how to deal with itchy skin. So I talked about a lot of things that I use. One of the things I use, because that's like the basic, right? One of the things I also use is that I don't just use water. I boil herbs, if I maybe um like I boil herbs, because obviously I have to use warm water, and I have to use it in a bucket. So I don't just boil water, I add herbs to it. And what are herbs? It could be, you know, lemongrass. What is it called now? I mean, the leaves of most fruits are actually medicinal, really. The leaves of most fruits, because they have an element of the fruit that you're going to eat in it. But the ones I use, lemongrass, mango leaves, uh, sometimes when I eat oranges, I use the peelings. I boil it and it just gives you this this nice aroma, understand, like so I use that. And I use rice water as well. And how do I do my rice water? Nothing elaborate. When I want to eat rice, I make sure that I rinse the rice in either with white vinegar. I use white vinegar to rinse the rice the first time, so that all the germs that might be in it might, you know um be destroyed, leaving the goodness of rice. So once I rinse that out, the next water I put in it, before I rinse it in a pot, I get a bottle and I pour that water in it after I've rinsed I've done the last rinsing I want to do on that rice. And so that rice, I store it in a bottle. And the truth is, the more fermented it is, the more effective it is. So it's not an issue. If you have an oily skin, for example, there is something about rice water that just tightens your skin pores, it smoothens it, it fades scars, like it's very, very amazing. So what am I saying? Just look around you in your kitchen, you find a lot of things you can use. However, there is a lot of work that goes into trying to make your own DIY skincare products. You can try it out. You can try it, from basic. You understand? If you like it, you continue. If it's too much stress, you can always, look at somebody that does organic in your area, where you live, and the price is reasonable, one you can actually work with, and then you patronize them. And buy don't buy big products in big containers. Buy in small um containers. That way, if it doesn't work out, you didn't waste a lot of money. So buy the smallest size that you can get. So of course, you can always, if it's somebody that you can actually touch, you can say, can I have a sample? You can buy a sample kind of product just to see how it works for you. So what I use is Ghana black soap. That is an organic soap, as it weighs an organic soap. I think, as I heard, it is made from burnt plantain peelings and cocoa pods, a product of cocoa, and plantain and some other organic things. So there's a process that they go through, and then you have the black soap. So that black soap is like my base. I remember at some point when I ate cucumber, some vegetables, I just what I didn't eat, maybe I cut it out because I didn't like, maybe it had too much mark in it. I just put it inside the soap. Yeah, I was just putting inside the soap, and the soap was extracting the nice things from it, and it was just, yeah, it was a bit drawy at some point, but it was really, really nice to use. I really liked, yeah, so that was just me experimenting, you understand? So like I said, be as close to natural as possible. You understand? And then, of course, get oils. Um, get essential oils. They are very, very important in skincare. Get essential oils. It's very, very key. Get butters like shea butter, cocoa butter, like original, not the one that they've mixed sodium this and that with, like organic, unadulterated, um shea butter, cocoa butter. The one I haven't had the, shall we say, opportunity to get original cocoa butter. I just like the aroma. I wish I can get that. Like, it's just the aroma just gets to me. I kind of like it. So I wish I could have access to that, but for now, what I use, if it's cold, during cold season, is what I use is shea butter. I can now mix in honey, and maybe avocado oil. Yeah, so you need to get like carrot oil, avocado oil. So these essential oils are pricey, you understand? So that means that you have to know your skin again, like what is your skin tone, what are your skin needs, like are you brown skin? If your skin is slightly fairer and is not dark, if your skin is very, very dark, like you're dark skinned, like you don't have much of any problem, like your skin is just, it comes with everything that it needs for its protection. Is those of us that our skin is a slightly lighter, we're not dark, we're not fair either, like once you start getting lighter, once your skin is like of a lighter shade, it becomes an, yeah, that's when you need all the extras. um I mean, if you're dark skinned, coconut oil will just do the thing for you. But if you don't like the smell of coconut oil, and I don't know why, but if you don't like the smell of coconut oil, you can always buy essential oil, that you like the aroma. Maybe that of avocado, maybe that of lemon, maybe that of um, what else now? Um, yeah, something that has aroma. Maybe that of lavender. Yeah, maybe that of lavender, things like that, right? Like of flowers, you can get essential oil for flowers. You don't have to use perfume. That's how I even make my own kind of perfume. You can get lemongrass oil, like the lemongrass oil that I have, that I bought from a church member, that not too long ago launched her brand, and I decided to patronize her products. Were fantastic, and I just, she sells raw, like she sells, if you want a skincare kit, she has it. If you want your own ingredients, she also has some of it too. So I was like, I just named the oils that I wanted. So there was lemon oil in it, there was lemongrass oil, there's lemongrass oil in it. The aroma is just, oh god, very fantastic. Like, by the time you combine that one with lavender or something, you don't need fragrance at that point in time. Like, you just mix it with your shea butter or your cocoa butter, as base oil, because those are essential oils. They are concentrated, so you have to mix it with um oils like maybe olive oil, and coconut oil. Olive oil is for anyone who is not dark skinned. I mean, if your skin is like mine, if your skin is beginning to look like my own, slightly fair, then you can't be using coconut oil on your skin. That is for your hair, because coconut oil darkens it darkens whatever, so that one is meant for your hair, as it were. So well, by the time you add, every time I try something new, I will let you know, right? I'm still experimenting with a lot of things. What I intend to try right now is to mix coffee, well, organic coffee, but I couldn't get organic coffee because that one is pricey, as it were. So I got coffee that wasn't mixed with anything, just coffee, classic coffee. That was the one I got. Pretty, not too expensive, the popular brand, sure, but it's classic. Like, I haven't mixed it yet, so I can't tell you how that would feel like. But once I mix it, I don't even know why I bought it again, because I had seen the one where you can actually mix chocolates, not just chocolate like that, like raw 100% natural cocoa powder, and mix it with your soap, or mix it with something else to make a skin face mask and all of that. So I intended to actually take some of my natural cocoa powder and mix it with my soap. I'm a 2 3 5 in one kind of person. I don't like to like moisturize separately, no, cleanse separate, exfoliate separate, then tone, then moisturize, then condition. No, I want everything I'm using to have it all. So once I've done the anti-itching bath water, as I had discussed earlier, I have my moisturizer and conditioner in that one, I believe. Yeah. And my soap stands for my cleanser and my exfoliator, right? So exfoliator is something that helps remove dead skin cells. So if you can get a soap that has how will I put it now, that has skin friendly mud, like there was one I got. It wasn't pricey. It was very, it was locally made. It wasn't that expensive, but it was effective. Now I can't even get the thing anymore, you know. And I'm like, okay, so what am I going to do? So if you find a clay soap that is not beyond your budget, yeah, that would be great as well. So, but well, I'll just pin it here for now. So when I remember other things that I use for my skin, just remember two things. Make sure that your bath water and your, what is it called now? Your soap has most of the things that you need for your skin. Make sure it's edible. I'm just doing a recap now. If it's not edible, make sure it's organic at least. Make sure it's organic at least, even if it's not edible, right? And what else? Yeah, and make sure you sleep well. You understand? I've just mentioned what you use on the outer body. Make sure you sleep well. Like, I probably noticed that I look a bit droopy. That's because my enemies are tired, not me. Like, I need to sleep. But I thought, if I don't do this video right now, I might not be able to sleep. So like, I just want to do it out of the way so that I can actually sleep. Thank you very much. And make sure you drink a lot of water. That is very, very important. Make sure you eat healthy. You make sure that you have a diet that is loaded with vegetables. I will keep saying it. It's very important. Take a diet that is loaded with vegetables and fruits, so that it will start the work from inside out. You understand? And then it will make the work of what you use on the outside, on the surface of your skin, easier. So yeah, that's about it. I can't believe this is almost 20 minutes, and I was trying to be as fast as possible, but try and understand, this is something that took me years. It took me years to get to this, the one that I just rushed right now. It took me years of studying my skin, trial and error, this and that, for me to just give you this advice. As you can see, I'm sweating. All right. It's a pleasure doing this, and God has not given you the spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. So um stay strong, and shalom.